Is a cruise on one of the oldest ships a dream vacation or a total nightmare? Well, we spent 12 nights sailing around Asia to see what it's like cruising on a vintage vessel. Is it run down and smelly or no different to a new cruise ship? We're taking you inside our cabin, testing all the food and visiting a bucket list port to show you exactly what you get when you trade in that shiny and new for older and cheaper. You'll find out if this is the ultimate travel hack or a huge mistake.
It feels like a proper adventure.
Oh my God, look at this behind us, guys. This is just, I'm speechless, completely speechless. Quick heads up, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Well, hello everybody and welcome to Bali in Indonesia. Yes, we're getting on board the very old Celebrity Millennium today. She's actually 26 years old, so when you think about it, she is a vehicle, so if you think she was a car or a bus, that's very old. She's actually the oldest ship in Celebrity's fleet, so we're going to see how it compares, because we were just recently on the brand new Celebrity XL, which is the newest ship. We've just checked in, really easy, super quick. We're staying in the retreat suite area, so it was super quick. We were pushed right to the front of the line, which was great, and we're waiting on the jetty now just to get on. We're on board, David.
That's it, we're on board the ship. That was very smooth, quick and easy. A little bit of a crowd here as we're coming on, but that's because everyone's just checking in and everything. Oh my gosh, she's very small, isn't she? I've already noticed. First impression of the atrium is quite small because it is an older and a smaller ship.
That's it, we're on board. So you're seeing this for the first time as we see it. She actually looks okay, guys, she really does. I mean, she's 26 years old, so she's an old girl. She had a big makeover back in 2019, I think, so that's quite recently, and I don't think it was a small refit. I think it was a giant, let's chuck everything out and start again, and straight away I can tell from the carpets and things. She also smells good as well, which is one of our big things about cruising with older ships. We do prefer those newer ships, because it's like being in a new car, like I said. What would you prefer to be in if you could choose? A new car or an old car? Certainly for us, it would be a new car. So this isn't looking too bad. We're being directed up a deck and we've just got to do our muster drill. This is like the safety drill that you do on an aeroplane. Once we've got that out of the way, we can chill. So let's go find out where this is. But yeah, she looks really good. I'm really impressed and breathing a sigh of relief because we've had a few dodgy cruises lately. So D1, this is it. Let's see if we can find somebody.
So just walking through, already, it doesn't feel like the Celebrity that we know because we've never done any of the ships that are older than the Celebrity Edge. So all the newer ships are quite modern, really sort of unique looking and really clean and white. This feels a little bit different. It's like darker, it feels more comfortable, a lot more traditional as well.
But she looks good, right?
But she does look good. Yeah, definitely, she does look good, but it just feels completely different.
Right, muster station just in front of you there, David. Let's go. Let's go check in.
Let's do it.
So I think the venue we were just in doing the muster drill, which only took a few seconds, was kind of a lounge. And I think we're at the back of the ship now. Guys, we've done no research about this at all. So this is one of the restaurants. We can use the Luminae restaurant, so we're going to go find out where that is to go for lunch. As you can see, it looks a little bit more dated than some of the newer ships, but like I said, the carpet and stuff looks great. Oh, I can see Luminae, so this is the suite-only restaurant. So let's go check in there, maybe grab some lunch before we take you around the ship.
So we've came to Luminae, and it's a little bit strange because it's the same menu as what we've experienced on the other ships, but obviously the ship is completely different to any Celebrity cruise that we've had before. The staff so far have been lovely. Everybody has introduced themselves, and I think because it's quite a small restaurant, it's going to be quite intimate service, and they're really going to get to know us, which is going to be fantastic. They even asked if they could dress me, and I said it's fine, I can dress myself.
They said, how should we address you, David? They don't need to dress you, dude.
Oh, I thought he offered to dress me.
No, like your name.
Really?
Are you serious?
Is that why he looked really odd when I said I can dress myself?
David, what an embarrassment.
So the lunch menu is quite a small menu, but it's a bigger selection on an evening. We've popped our orders in and looking forward to the food. So we both got the kale salad to start now. Guys, we was offered some bread as well, which is really lovely, but the butter tastes really funky. It tastes like off cheese. So we just asked the guy, is it regular butter? And he said it was. So he's going to go change it because he had a smell of it as well. And it smelled very funky. So hopefully I'm not going to get sick because I had quite a lot of that on my bread. I stuffed it into my face faster than the roadrunner runs across the path. Anyway, I went for a kale salad. Let's have a try.
That is so yummy. It's super crisp and fresh. Lots of pieces of oranges and things which are super crispy and delicious and citrusy. Nice and crunchy. And some quinoa on the bottom. Delightful. David got the same as well. Yum.
So the main courses came and I went for the fried branzino. Pretty sure I've had this on Celebrity a few times. It's a really solid option. Let's give it a try. It comes on a bed of stewed vegetables with some little potatoes on the side there as well. Really lovely, well cooked. My favourite bit though is those stewed vegetables are really tasty. And the fish as well, like I mentioned, flaky, hot, with a really lovely crispy top. Top choice.
Ooh, mine looks positively a luminous yellow, which is fabulous. I went for the butternut squash pasta and it really smells wonderful. I see some onions in there, some pasta bits, some chunks of butternut squash as well. That's really wonderful. The sauce is gorgeous. It's super smooth and creamy. All of those butternutty, squashy tastes in there as well with the big chunks. That's delicious, guys. A very nice main course. Lovely jubbly. Happy Ben. Well, slap me with the kitchen and call me Julia Childs, because that was delicious, guys. The dessert was so good. I had like the chocolate mousse, dark chocolate dessert, and David had the crumble, the fruit crumble, and it was absolutely delicious.
So, I think now is a good time to have a look around the ship, orient ourselves and show you guys around as well. We're going to start on deck 4, just next to where Luminae was, the restaurant that we just ate in. So let's have a look and see what this ship has to offer.
First impressions is that it looks very modern, and it does look like that refit did a great job. Just look at it, it looks really great. You wouldn't believe that this cruise ship was 26 years old. How crazy is that? So we're just going to go and have a look with you guys. We've got no idea what to expect. So this was called the Rendezvous Lounge, so you can see the sign just there. Got some nice artwork here. This is where we got on the ship. And then we've got a nice piece of artwork right here. Look at this, it's a guy with some ships on his head. Fabulous. Right, let's see what we have next door. Oh, so I think we're coming to the main atrium of the ship, and this looks like it's over 3 different decks. We've got a martini bar to my right, which looks lovely. Then kind of a lounge area, and you've got some stairs which go down to deck number 3, where I think all you're really going to have is guest services. But yeah, this looks like a lovely area now. It does show its age in this bit a little bit. You can tell she's an older ship. You've got an elevator bank as well, which look like glass elevators, which is very cool indeed. Then just some seating areas around this area as well. But yeah, what a nice area. It does feel quite retro. It reminds me of the Norwegian Spirit a little bit. It really does, but in a good way.
Yeah, it does feel retro, but not in a bad way. It just feels like a different cruise line to the Celebrity that we already know and love. I feel like it's a little bit more like Holland America-y, but with like all the dark colours and stuff like that. But we've came into the casino now, which looks pretty big actually. It's still going. I'm still walking and I can't see the end of it quite yet. We're not big gamblers. Do you like to have a flutter in the casino? But this is a really large one.
That's what she said.
Oh.
It reminds me a little bit of Las Vegas with the roofs and things. It almost looks kind of, I don't know, like regal kind of thing, but I do like the theming. As we're walking through towards the front of the ship, still on deck number 4, we've got what looks like an art gallery. Now, as you know, art galleries aren't our favourite places on cruise ship because we think they're a bit of a rip-off, guys. But let's walk forward through and see what else we've got. Oh, it's very nice. Oh, what's this? We've got the retreat lounge, David. Should we go and have a look in there? So that's the lounge for suite guests. So let's go have a quick gander in here and see what that's all about. But I love all of the theming. It's very lovely.
Oh yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what it's all about.
What are you looking for? I think you just pushed the door, David.
Oh. Oh. I'm looking for a thing to tap.
Wow, super impressed with this lounge, guys. For such an old ship, it looks wonderful. So this is the suite lounge. It's called the Retreat. You would have saw it on some of our other videos on the brand new ships, but this is really lovely. It's super bright and airy in here. Really modern furniture. You've got some natural light. You have a bar, which is stocked with some champagne to welcome everybody. But one thing that we love is the coffee machine. And also the fridge is jam-packed with lots of sodas and drinks and things. Water that you can just help yourself to, drink in the lounge or take to your room. So we're going to stock up in a little while. But this is really lovely. There's also a desk for the concierge as well. They will be helping out just the suite guests only. And there's a little thing down there as well. It's like a little kitchen where they serve treats throughout the day. There isn't really much there at the moment on boarding day. We've got talking to the crew as well, and they all seem wonderful. Everybody's really happy and upbeat, so I'm very excited to be here. Right, let's continue. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. We've been using Squarespace for a long time now. When we started making cruise videos, we just needed a simple place to send people. One website with no drama, and Squarespace made it stupidly easy. We really love the design side of things. We're not web developers, we're usually editing on a ship somewhere, but with Squarespace's templates and Blueprint AI, you can get a fully custom website in just a few easy steps. You answer a few questions, and it builds something that actually fits your brand. The other huge thing for us is SEO. People Google cruise advice all the time, and Squarespace handles the behind the scenes stuff, things like sitemaps and meta descriptions, without us having to think about it. And everything lives in one place: website, blog posts, members only content. If you've been sitting on an idea, a travel blog, a side hustle, a passion project, genuinely just start. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Ben and David to save 10% off your first website or domain. Just a quick recap of what our cruise is. So it's a 12-night cruise on the Celebrity Millennium. We're going to be leaving here from Benoa in Bali, so that's the port here. Tomorrow and the next day we're going to do 2 more ports on different islands in Indonesia. Then we're going to head over to Malaysia, then Thailand, and then end in Singapore. What an amazing cruise. We're going to show all of our adventures on this channel and some of our port adventures on our Patreon-only channel, because we create videos just for that channel for people who support us on Patreon, because we fully pay for these cruises, hotels, flights, everything. In return, we give you those exclusive episodes just made for Patreon, early access to our videos, ad-free access to our videos, a monthly video chat, and much more. So you can click the description just below to have a look about becoming a patron, and it really helps us out, guys, to create honest, informative content. Oh my gosh, we've got a plane coming in. How exciting.
Yeah, very lovely retreat lounge. I actually quite like how it's not sort of up on a high deck at the front of the ship. It's in the middle where all the other bars and restaurants are, because it feels like a place where you can just pop in and go and grab something, and it's a little bit more connected to the ship. You don't have to make not an effort, but you don't have to make a point of going to the retreat lounge. You can sort of pop in and stuff, and the crew in there were really lovely. Already getting to know everybody's names. I guess that's what you're going to get on a smaller ship, isn't it? You're going to get a lot more intimate service because it is a lot smaller and there's a lot fewer passengers on board. Now, we've came to have a look at the outdoor deck just to have a look, see what's going on. It's not a full wraparound deck, but it is a lovely outdoor space. You've even got some sun loungers out here as well, which is great to see.
Yeah, full disclosure, you can definitely see her age in parts, especially in the outdoor areas. There's only so much lipstick you can put on a pig until you have to put your glasses on. But yeah, some of the areas look a bit rusted and a little bit old, but it's been kept really nice. They're constantly doing work. There's workers out now scrubbing the floors down and all sorts. So they're doing a good job considering how old she is. I think there's only one ship that we've saw look spectacular this age, and that's the Disney Magic. But so far, this one's looking pretty good as well. She still looks good for her age. Not that it's about age. Well, it is. It's a ship, not a person. But yeah, she's younger than me. What can I say? So that's the gallery just outside of the retreat. We're back inside, and let's have a look at what's at the forward part. So we've got a little photo area. So this is where you can take a look at your photos, I guess. And it's just telling you some of the prices there for Wi-Fi. So $177 for the remainder of the cruise, which honestly isn't that bad, really. And then right at the front of the ship, I think we've got the theatre. Let's go have a look in here, shall we?
Nice, lovely big theatre. Celebrity always have huge theatres, which is really nice. And oh my gosh, you can see the ship's age. They've got the cocktail tables between each of the seats. I love them because you feel very fancy. You can have a place to put your cocktail. But nice theatre. It is big, isn't it, for the size of ship? This is a huge theatre.
Wow, she is absolutely massive for this size of ship. She is blooming huge. Look at the size of this thing. I am thoroughly impressed, because a lot of the older ships don't have theatres like this. This is something that you see on one of the brand new ships. Now, we've just spoke to a crew member and we found out that there's only going to be about 1,300 people on this cruise. How amazing is that? Like I said, she holds about 2,200, so that is great. If that's true, we're in for a bit of a treat, because a quiet cruise is usually a very good one. But yeah, this theatre's lovely. Can't wait to check out the entertainment in here, because the entertainment on the newer ships that we've been on has always been really fantastic. So yeah, we'll keep you updated with that.
We just came up these staircases that are inside the theatre, up one deck to deck 5, where you've got the second level of the theatre. It's blooming massive. It's a really big theatre, guys. And I wish they'd bring those little cocktail tables back. They're so lovely. You feel very fancy, don't you? Right, let's explore what else is up here on deck 5.
This looks fancy out here. I'm guessing this is the shopping district on board because I can see shops. I can see shops to the left and to the right. So yeah, this is quite a large shopping area really, but it looks quite self-contained, which we like. So if you fancy doing a bit of shopping on board, this is your place. Oh, so it looks like they've got all of your cruise regular stuff. So you've got jewelry, watches, alcohol, cigarettes, all of your beauty products, all of that sort of stuff. So you can go wild in the aisles. We always recommend checking the price on land before buying anything, just to make sure you are actually getting a bargain, because sometimes they can be a bit cheeky. But yeah, this is a nice area.
So we're just leaving those shops behind, coming into another little lobby section. Geez, even more shops. They just keep going on and on and on. For the size of ship, this is a lot of shops, guys. The collection, marketplace, iPod Touch shop, all sorts. We've also got future cruise desk in the middle, so that's where you book all your future cruises, and then even more shops.
So as we make our way towards the middle of the ship again, we see more artwork all around. So it's dedicating quite a lot of space to all of the artwork on board, guys, and obviously the upsell things. So we're now on the upper deck of that atrium 3-story area. So let's go and have a look what's up here. We've got a bar on the right side. Oh, it looks like a coffee shop with some gelato, such as gelateria. Oh, it's the Cafe Al Baccio. Oh yes, so I've got to say I've been looking forward to seeing a Cafe Al Baccio on board, or Baccio, I'm not sure, sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation there, but it's great. It's a really big area on this ship. It takes up the whole centre area, which is awesome. One side is a bar, which also sells gelato, which is an extra charge. Hopefully they still have the free or included in the price of your cruise gelato in the buffet upstairs. Hopefully that's going to be there. And then on the other side, it's the traditional cafe where you can get coffee and you can get lots of yummy treats, which are all included in the price of your cruise, and they are very yummy. The treats there look delicious, but lots of seating areas, which is great. Now I think this is the sushi restaurant towards the, oh, it went a bit echoey there, towards the other side of the ship, so let's go have a look.
Yes, coming up to it's called the Cellar Masters actually. So I think this is the sushi on 5, and then that's next to the Cellar Masters, which I think is going to be a wine bar. Look at me, Detective Cluedo. Cellar Masters has a picture of a corkscrew on it, does it?
I mean, it's pretty obvious, David,
pretty obvious.
Be fair.
But lots of space. I think you've just mentioned that, haven't you, Ben? The amount of lounges and stuff, it's really nice. And older ships, you do tend to see a lot more space in the public areas for all the passengers.
So as we walk further along, you've got the bar on your right-hand side. So it's actually a wine and whiskey bar, which is pretty cool. And towards the very back of the ship, we have that upper level of the main dining room. This one's called the Metropolitan Restaurant, just there. So let's go and have a look in here, shall we?
Having a little bit of a nosy at the main dining room while it's closed. The lovely gentleman said, of course you're free to come in and just have a little look around, but it's very bright in here, and oh my gosh, I've just got to the middle and there's some amazing views, huge windows right at the after of the ship. Wow, that's why it's so bright in here. Very spacious by the looks of it. I had a quick look on the app as well. I believe one floor is for those who chose a set time dining, and another floor is for those who chose any time, so you can make a reservation any time or just turn up and wait. Food's usually pretty good on Celebrity. We've always liked the food on Celebrity. And a little top tip as well, you can have a look at the menu on the app as well, so you can wet your taste buds before you come for dinner. We tend to do that every night, but a lovely big dining room, huge.
So one area that is showing its age is the elevator and stair areas, but they usually do because they're very hard to update. That dining room was very impressive, but on the other side we've got Blue. Now this is for those staying in an Aqua class cabin or suite. Fun fact, our suite actually comes with Aqua class benefits, so we can eat in here as well. This is the Blue restaurant, and it's all about clean, healthy eating, and it looks really nice. We do like the sizes of these restaurants. They're so much smaller than they are on those bigger, newer Edge class ships. So yeah, very Blue, very lovely, and we're going to be trying this out during our cruise as well because we can eat in here, which is great. That's deck 5 done. Small ship. So we're on deck number 10, and first up is the buffet, or the buffet. Very nice, guys. It's very large, very spacious. You've got all of your free drinks, so your complimentary drinks, coffees, teas, juices and water. Then you've got lots and lots of seats with big panoramic windows all the way around, which we appreciate seeing as well, and lots of food. The food looks really, really good. We've been on a few bad cruises lately. Check out our last few videos where the buffet was awful, and this looks more up to our standard. It looks very good. Now, you do serve yourself, unlike some of the newer ships around the world, but that's fine. Lots of bread items, lots of desserts as well. The cakes look absolutely wonderful. Can't wait to try a few of those. Plus lots of savoury foods as well. Meats, carvery stations, Asian dishes, all of that stuff. But yeah, a really nice space. Looking forward to eating in there. Good stuff. Right, let's continue outside.
Having a look at the outdoor deck. So it's quite a nice big pool space for the size of ship. You've got 2 sort of large pools and 4 hot tubs, which is nice to see. A couple of bars, I think I counted 3 bars, plus the mast grill, which is the poolside grill that we all love and know. Your burgers, your hot dogs, your fries, things like that. We're just having a little bit of a chuckle though, because the DJ looks about 12 years old and his music selection's not quite matching up with the clientele of Celebrity. But yeah, nice big pool space outside. Again, I know we've mentioned it a few times, you do tend to see that older ships, you have a lot more public space than some of the newer ships that are coming out nowadays.
Ooh, so I spy something up here, guys. We have the Retreat sundeck. So this is the sundeck just for suite only guests. So should we go take a little look up there? Let's go have a look. Now, if you're wondering what the clientele are like on this particular cruise, we're seeing mostly Brits, Australians and people from North America. So kind of the normal crowd really. Age-wise, I'd say most people are maybe in their 60s to early 70s. So a little bit of an older crowd. That's not old at all, just an older crowd than what we've seen on the Edge class ship. But everybody seems really lovely, really friendly, very respectful. So yeah, let's go take a look. Oh, David, I feel so unfit up those stairs.
That is a lot of stairs, and I do think you have to climb those stairs every time to get in. So they're making you really work for the Retreat sundeck. We've just came through. It looks like it is right at the front of the ship, but you do have towels and the sun lotion as well, which is great to see. But yeah, let's have a look, see what else there is up here. So, we've got lots of different types of chairs. I love these like big pod ones that you've got, but it does look like they've got all different, got some little sofas, some little table and chairs over there, and then of course lots of lovely sun lounges here at the front. Oh, and I spot a hot tub, Ben.
Oh, nice. I didn't know it had a hot tub on this one. That is awesome.
We do love a hot tub. Much prefer a hot tub to a swimming pool. And you've got some sort of like little cabanas, which I'm guessing are first come, first serve, because there's no notices on them, but it looks nice big comfortable sofas.
There is a lift up here as well. I think this has been added on maybe in the refit, so you don't have to take those stairs, but it is a bit of a weird one. It's kind of a glass shaft, a bit Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory style. It's also got a lift in there as well for people with accessibility problems, so people who can't help get in themselves. There's a little bit of aid there as well, which is great. And then in the center area, you've got kind of a little glassed off area with some chairs, because you can order food here. You can also order drinks. There isn't a bar up here, but we've been told that there are people walking around taking orders for both food and drinks. So yeah, looking forward to a bit of privacy here at the very top deck at the front of the ship. It's very nice indeed.
So nice space, but in the spirit of being completely honest, some of it does look a little bit tired and worn at the front, which you expect more, especially whatever price you pay, but in particular because obviously you're paying for a suite, so you're paying a lot more as well. Some of the cushions look like they could do with replacing. There's a lot of the beds are quite stained and they just look a little bit flat and old. It's a little bit sad really. We wish they'd give that a little bit of a refresh, because it'd make a huge difference as well if they did that.
But honestly, overall for the age of ship, she really doesn't look too bad. Yes, some of the furnishings could definitely be replaced because they're cheap and easy to do. There is lots of dark stains on some things. But apart from that, I am very, very impressed with the condition of the ship, because we know that they are very hard to maintain, very hard to keep clean just because of the old technologies and materials used. But overall, she is looking banging. And so far, I've got no hesitation to recommend it. But obviously, we're going to come to at the end of the cruise as well and sum up everything, because it's too hard to do it in just one day. We need to give it time and experience. Oh, we are also located right next to the airport here in Bali, and the planes are flying right over. I am a massive plane geek, if you didn't know, so I'm loving that. Also, if you're wondering what we did in Bali, check out our other channel, Ben and David. It's brand new, but we did a whole episode here in Bali and we did some amazing things. So make sure you head over to Ben and David, check that out, and the link is in the description section below, and give us a subscribe over there. It really helps us. We're going to be doing so much more content. It's awesome. But yeah, Bali's been blooming awesome, guys. Loved it.
So We're going to head to the back of the ship now towards the rooftop terrace. Now, one nice thing to see is that all these areas, they do have lifts. So if you need a lift to get up to the next deck, they are available, but the thing we've noticed is that you can't operate them yourself. So you will need crew to do it, which will be a little frustrating. I can see how annoying that's going to be if you are trying to get around the ship and you do have accessibility requirements. Obviously, these ships are old, and thankfully accessibility has become more aware, and cruise ships are done a lot more on newer ships to make sure the whole ship is accessible. We sailed on Celebrity with my two nephews who both have wheelchairs, and they found that the new ships were fantastic for accessibility. So they have retrofitted it on these older ships, but it's still a little bit inconvenient.
Right at the back of the ship now, and I've got to say I'm impressed. There's like an outdoor theatre here at the very back, which is awesome, with some comfortable seats. I have to say the seats here look in a lot better condition than they do in this suite area, which is surprising. So there's an outdoor screen showing movies and things. There's a little bar downstairs at the back. There's also a sports court up here as well. It's getting a little bit windy now. I think we're going to have a storm. We've had a storm basically every day around this time, so I think it's going to start raining, so it's a good job we're going to head inside.
Just walked into the solarium, guys. I think that's lovely. First things first, we've got the spa cafe. That sort of serves snacks and stuff. We know that from other cruise ships, like for breakfast and lunch, healthy snacks and stuff like that. You've also got 2 more hot tubs. So what does that take us to? 6 in the public areas, 1 in the suite. It's a lot of hot tubs, guys. And in the middle, is that a thalassotherapy pool? How interesting, yeah. Huge thalassotherapy pool in the middle. Now, all the new cruise ships now charge to use them, so that is pretty impressive that that's available just for public use. You don't have to pay to go into one of those thermal suite packages just to use the thalassotherapy pool. That's a really hard word to say. Try saying that 3 times after a whiskey. I haven't had a whiskey, but yeah, really impressed with the indoor spa area.
Yeah, so like we said, it's nice to see this in such large outdoor areas, because this was obviously built before the days of nickel and diming arrived. The better days, guys, the golden days of cruise, but it's still good. And you can still go on these cruise ships, which is absolutely awesome. Now we're going to take you to one last area. There's more to the ship than we showed you, but we're not going to show you every single area because it'll just get boring. It's a spa area that we have access to, and then we're going to go show you our room. We're so excited because we had a sneak peek and it looks awesome. Of course, there's also a gym as well. It's got the cardio machines and the other non-cardio things in there as well. But we also get access to somewhere called the Persian Garden. So we're here now, and it's kind of like a thermal suite area. There are no pools or anything, but there's warm seats, several different types of saunas, rainfall showers, that kind of stuff. So we are going to come here and relax at some point, but it is very small indeed compared to some of the newer cruise ships, but it's lovely. Also a full spa as well with lots of treatments, massage treatments and all of that sort of jazz. But in this part of the world, it's super cheap off the ship, so we'd recommend that for sure.
So that's it for our little looky-loo around the ship. We're going to head down to our cabin now. Can't wait to show you it. Our cabin is on deck 6 at the aft of the ship, which is a fancy way to say the back of the ship. So let's go and have a look at it. One area that is really showing its age is these hallways. What is this horrendous pinky salmon colour? Was this in fashion?
Oh, so we're in cabin 6132 for anybody who's interested, and it's an Aqua Class Retreat Suite. Oh my gosh, colour me impressed. This is lovely, and it certainly doesn't look like a ship that's almost 30 years old. It is really lovely. Right, let's start at the beginning. So on my right hand side, you've got the bathroom. It is a little bit dark in here. It's appearing a little bit lighter on camera, but it is lovely. It's all marble in here. We've got some nice products. We've got a bath and a shower, toilet. Oh, the towels feel nice, which is nice. Plenty of storage, and there's even kind of a misted window into the main cabin, so you can't see in here, but it lets a little bit of light in. Great big mirror as well. Yeah, so the cabin looks super modern, very grey, very beige, so what you expect with a modern cruise ship these days, but it's not offensive, which is fabulous. Now, opposite that bathroom, we've got some very large wardrobes. We've got one wardrobe with a nice big full-length mirror. We have a little safe. We have some binoculars. We have some umbrellas, some shoe shine. That's very posh, isn't it? Then on the other side, yes, a big old wardrobe with 2 nice, oh, let's have a look at these plush robes. Oh, very lovely indeed. Some nice slippers and plenty of hangers, which is really nice. David, I am very impressed indeed.
Yeah, coming from that corridor, it's like being thrust from 1996 to 2026. Now, as you walk in on the left in the main cabin area, you've got a sort of little storage area with some trinkets and things. Maybe you could put some papers and stuff in there, and some cupboards down at the bottom as well, which is nice and handy. We do love storage. Standard desk space, nice big bright mirror, which is really nice for getting ready in the morning. And you've also got plenty of outlets there. You've got some North American ones and a European one, plus USB. So they have really updated the cabin, which is fabulous to see. Now, one thing we like is that they give you a lot of information. We've mentioned this previously when we stayed in a retreat suite, that you basically get a list of everything that is included, and it's very, very clear about what is included and what time things are. So for example, what all your benefits are. And we like the fact that they tell you all that in the cabin, because some cruise lines, it's a little bit confusing. You don't usually know what is and isn't included.
Yeah, just look how spacious this is. It's a really big cabin, and I still can't get over the fact that it's so old. I'm going to keep saying that. Sorry to annoy everybody, but it's true. Just moving on, you've got a lovely light and then a large sofa as well. I'm not sure if this transforms into a bed. I don't think it does, because it looks pretty permanent. You've got some little desks which you can use to eat on or do a bit of work while sitting on that sofa. Then just behind me, you've got the bed area, a gigantic, nice bed. It can split into twins as well if you wish to have it that way. 2 bedside cabinets. You've got some lights, and then you've got that little controller down there to control the blinds in the bathroom. To be fair, it makes no difference whatsoever. It just lets light in. You can't see through there. The bed looks super comfortable and plush, which we'd like to see. There are no plug sockets on either side, which kind of sucks, but we can forgive it because she's an old ship. She really is. We can use a long USB wire. Again, we recommend bringing a few different versions of different plugs from around the world. Cruise ships are generally European and North American outlets, so bring a few of those and some USB adapters and you're absolutely fine. You've got these weird little stand things or seats at the bottom of the bed. God knows what they are. They look very retro. And then just behind me, let's spin around, we've got the TV area. So this is the TV. It's got a few little on-demand movies on there, not much, a few channels. We use it mainly for the map. We have some complimentary water. Just underneath that, we have a mini fridge, which comes with some sodas and some water as well. That only really gets refilled on day one, but like we showed you earlier on, we can just pop to that retreat lounge a few decks down, give it a bit of a raid and bring back all of the goodies for our fridge. We also have a kettle, which David is absolutely thrilled about, and a cheeky bottle of bubbly, which all of the people in the retreat get, which is lovely. Now, just to say, this cabin is really cool, which is fabulous, because some of the older ships suffer from really bad air conditioning systems. It doesn't feel like it here on Celebrity Millennium. All across the ship, it's lovely and cool. It is as hot as hell out there and as humid as hell out there. It's currently about 90 degrees and 90% humidity, so it's unbelievably warm outside, but our cabin is a haven of beautifulness. But yeah, this is fabulous, guys. I'm really going to enjoy this cabin. I think you can just tell straight away whether or not you're going to enjoy it. And I think I am. It isn't all perfect. We did the finger test. It's super, super clean, but some little areas are looking a little bit old, but it is to be expected. Mainly around the lights and parts of the carpets. There's kind of dips in the floor, if you know what I mean. You can't see them on camera, but they are there, but it's nothing really to complain about. We are super surprised at how well this has been renovated.
So let's take a look at the balcony. Oh, should we head out there?
No, it's too rainy.
We're currently in the middle of a tropical storm, and like Ben mentioned, it's hot and humid, but it's a big balcony. We were a little bit surprised, actually. We didn't realise how big this balcony was going to be when we booked this cabin. You're sort of on the corner of the sticky out bit, so you've got a little table and chairs and a little sofa as well. This rain is crazy. I've never seen rain like it. I love it. We're currently in the rainy season here in Bali, so they get some incredible storms, and we've seen quite a few while we're here. And on that note, the captain did come on the announcement and say we're going to have 7-foot waves.
It's not too bad, but it will be bumpy.
Yeah, so I have taken my seasickness tablets. We haven't left yet, and that's the best time to do it before the ship actually departs. I'm thoroughly prepared for it, so wish me luck, guys. I'll let you know how it was.
So we got settled into the cabin and did a little bit of unpacking, then we headed for dinner in Luminae again, and it was a wonderful experience. David had a tofu soup to start with, and I had the butternut squash soup. Both were absolutely bloomin' delicious, guys. Really good food, served super hot, and the crew were just lovely. Really, really nice. I then went for the apple salad, which was crispy and delicious, and David had a spiced crab cake, which he said was really lovely. He loved the centre of it. It tasted really good. Then for main courses, I had a pasta arrabbiata, which came with lots and lots of lovely chorizo, and it was quite spicy, it was delicious. And David had the guinea hen, how posh, so a bit of chicken, and it was very good indeed. For dessert, we had chocolate all around. I had the chocolate pill, and David had a dark chocolate dessert. Both were lovely. It was a gorgeous meal, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. As we were walking back to the cabin, there was lots of live entertainment all around the ship. But let's skip to the next day, where we ordered room service because we're getting off very early because we're in the port of Lombok in Indonesia. For breakfast, we just had some pastries, obviously some coffee, and some lovely fruit as well. So it's time to head off. Let's go and have an adventure in Indonesia. So welcome to Lombok. Today we've hired a driver to take us all around the island. Our first stop is the Meura Temple, but it's more of a palace. It was built in the 1700s. And it's gorgeous, and it's actually named after peacocks because the peacocks come here to kill snakes. But yeah, the ceremonies held here, the royal family come here. It's such a different place to Bali where we were yesterday. So basically this place is much more Muslim, about 80%, rather than Bali, which is much more Hindu. So it's a different type of religion here. So it all feels a little bit different and much less touristy. Let's take a look around the island, shall we? I'm excited.
So we've came to a village to see some of the rice fields and how they make coffee and just learn about life here, and everyone's really lovely and welcomed us into the village. We've tried some local snacks, rice made out of rice, which is really cool. Not too sweet actually, and also tried roasting coffee and grinding the coffee as well, and now we're going to have a taste of it. Freshly roasted, literally, just over there. Local
you
coffee.
Actually roasted it yourself,
I
David.
did roast this myself, so it should be the best cup of coffee in the world because I made it. Very strong. Can really taste the roasting and the woody flavour. Very nice. Cheers, guys.
So welcome to the next part of this tour. So we've been taken to a local village, so we're going to spend a few hours with the local villagers here, which is so cool, guys. It's such an honour to be able to do that. And we're going to be shown around, showed how they make the coffee here, some of the fruits that they grow here, and just the local village in general and how they sort of live here, which is absolutely awesome. So let's do it.
This is really interesting and a totally different experience to what we've experienced in Bali so far. What is fantastic about it, it's seeing the real life here, and it's really very, very interesting.
Yeah, this is so much more what I probably call authentic compared to what we saw in Bali, where it's very tourist heavy. So this is awesome. We're just going to see a proper rice field now, not one that's just for tourists, one that's actually used by the people here, which is awesome. Wow, I'm just absolutely speechless. This is beyond stunning. The scenery is just gorgeous. So much green and beautiful dramatic skies. And then we've got the wind, which is whistling through all of the rice. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely spectacular. What a sight to behold. It's amazing, guys. I wish you could be here to experience it with us. And the people are so lovely as well. The people in the village are just beautiful, so kind and happy. They're all filming us as well because it's going to be something a bit different. We've got our camera and stuff, so everybody's filming us. We've got our own crew around us. We've got about 4 photographers taking photos of us. It's hilarious, but it's such a wonderful experience to be a part of. It really is.
It feels like a proper adventure, and you're not seeing a tourist thing like we saw in Bali. The only thing is, I am extremely unbalanced. You really need good balance for this. So wish me some luck. If I don't end up in a rice field by the end of the day, that'll be an absolute miracle.
So the rice grown here, and I should imagine there's quite a lot of it, it's just for the consumption of the village only. So this isn't sold or anything on to anybody else. So it's just the villagers for their use, which is, imagine living with all of this food just on your doorstep.
We've just stopped halfway around for a quick lookout point and a sit down with some fresh coconut. And you literally can't get any fresher than this. It's just been cut, just came from the tree fresh. You know when you see the coconut in the fridge at home, the coconut water, this is what it's like originally. Shall I give it a try?
Do it.
I love coconut water so much, and that is so fresh tasting and delicious and extremely refreshing after this hike as well, because it's pretty darn hard work.
Oh yeah, this is a big coconut. Look at this guy, she's a monster. Let's have a little try. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely delicious. We also got to try a variation of mango as well. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Magus, I think it was called, and it was absolutely delicious. It's a little bit like lychees, but we've never seen them before, and they were absolutely yummy as well. We've also politely declined a few durian fruits so far. If you don't know, search it on Google, guys, because it's a very smelly fruit. But just sitting here in the breeze, watching all of the rice fields, it's pretty spectacular, and enjoying a local feast of a drink that's literally just dropped off a tree a few minutes ago. So the rice takes about 3 months to grow, which is so quick, so much quicker than I thought it would be. And there's about 400 people living in this village, with about 5,000 people surrounding it in different villages, which make up the use of the rice field there. So as soon as it grows, it's sowed, they're planted again and restart again, which is really cool.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. You're a good driver. Thank you. Thanks.
Oh, David, that was exciting.
That was petrifying. Absolutely petrifying.
First ever time for both of us on a scooter or a motorbike.
Yeah. Don't recommend, but if you're short on time, you've got to do it.
It saves an hour, so...
An hour of a pretty treacherous hike. And he was a good driver. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Well, gotta say, this is definitely turning into an adventure day or what, guys? If you're wondering what we're doing, our next stop is to go and see some waterfalls. So instead of trekking through the jungle and lots of steps, we took the motorbike because it was a lot quicker. I think it's like $1 or $2 to go and to do the motorbike. Sorry, guys, my legs are like jelly. So we're gonna go check out this.
This is absolutely beautiful. Definitely worth being terrified on that bike because it's gorgeous here. We're heading down to the waterfall and already there's absolutely tons of water cascading down the side of these rocks. You can probably hear it in the background. Oh, honestly, it sounds like a sleep app.
Okay guys, so our guide is now taking us legitimately into the actual jungle. I'm like half having the most amazing time and half just wanting to survive the day. We are well and truly out of our element here. We're used to doing the Caribbean or having coffees in Rome, but this is something new for us. So yeah, we are legitimately walking in the forest. So I've got to say, I'm having the most incredible day ever. It's just fabulous. But yeah, this is crazy, absolutely bonkers. We're not in Nassau anymore, Dorothy. Well guys, this is me in a waterfall. I've been persuaded to come up here very crazily and I'm standing just directly under it. Oh my gosh, this is literally one of the most amazing things I think I've ever done in my entire life. I think this tour might go down in the history of being the best one that I've ever done. Just look at that, it's absolutely crazy. Holy moly, and it's very cool too, so I'm having a bit of a shower.
I literally was about to put my hand on the thing and there's like some sort of gigantic thing on there. I'm being serious. I almost touched a poisonous caterpillar, guys. I was using the tree to help myself get down and I was literally a centimetre away from putting my hand on it. And it was yellow and black, which I think means back off, mate, don't touch me. Well, I did not expect to be doing this morning, did you?
Absolutely not, but I'm here for it.
And can I just say, the contrast between being on a cruise ship and being here has never been so greater in our entire life. What an adventure.
Just following our lovely guide there. She's very fast, bless her. I think she's done this a few times when newbies, so we're trying not to fall over and stay upright. Oh, Jesus, has stood in mud.
Oh my gosh, I've never felt like such a novice. I honestly don't know how our guide is just casually just doing this in flip-flops and with a little handbag. Like it's second nature. And I feel like I've just trekked the Amazon.
David does not look happy.
I could kill you.
You are well and truly out of your element, aren't you, David?
Yeah. I just had my nails done yesterday. They're absolutely ruined now.
You only live once.
I think I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of here is less challenging. So after that trek through the jungle, we came up to another waterfall. And that was absolutely worth it because this one is super quiet, serene. There's absolutely no tourists here. There was two other couples and that was it. And it's incredible to see it a lot more natural than the other one. I mean, the other one was natural, but they'd made it easy for tourists to get to, whereas this one is definitely 100% off the beaten track. This water is so cool and refreshing as well. And yeah, I can see a spider in the water, so I'm going to get out right now.
Oh my God. Look at this behind us, guys. This is just, I'm speechless, completely speechless. It's so beautiful to be here, to see all of these amazing sights. Our guide is incredible. She's taking us to the most ridiculous places, challenging us more than we've ever been challenged before. I know that sounds ridiculous, but trust me, that was pretty steep. But wow, is that worth it or what? That is absolutely spectacular. Amazing. Our last stop in Lombok for the day was a beautiful white sand beach. The views were honestly stunning. Rolling green hills, cliffs dropping into the sea, and cows just wandering around grazing like it's totally normal. It was such a cool sight to see, and it really was beautiful. But it was also pretty sad to see how much trash was washed up along the beach. There's no real waste collection system here, so there's nowhere for people to officially dispose of rubbish. And honestly, we're not sure what the solution is, it is one of those places that's incredibly beautiful but clearly struggling. It was so sad to see such a beautiful place tarred with lots of trash and rubbish all around. After that, we headed back to the ship. Our driver was amazing. It was such a fun day, and we would definitely recommend doing a tour using Klook or Viator. It was fantastic. As soon as we got on board, we made a beeline for the Sweet Retreat sundeck. It was super quiet, and we spent a good hour just soaking in the hot tub, watching the sunset, which was exactly what was needed after a long day. Then it was time for dinner, and it did not disappoint. We had short ribs, feta and watermelon salad, French onion soup, teriyaki salmon, squash lasagna, and for dessert, a fruit turnover and a hazelnut cake. Honestly, every single thing was yummy. Now it's time for bed, and we'll see you in the morning.
So good morning, guys. We are in Luminae this morning for breakfast, and full disclosure, this is the first time we've actually made it to breakfast. We're not really breakfast people, and on top of that, it finishes at 9, which I think is quite early, but we just kind of always skip breakfast anyway. But we've made a concerted effort for you, and already we've had some lovely pastries. I've had an incredible Danish. Ben has got a croissant, and the pastries are like proper size. You know, sometimes on cruise ships they're like teeny tiny little ones. These are like big boy pastries. I'm here for it. I did say, could I just have one of these delivered to my cabin every morning, and I would be a very happy cruiser. Also, got myself a banana and blueberry smoothie. How very posh. A coffee, a water. So I'm going to be suitably hydrated today, I think.
Yeah, I can't believe this is the first time we've came for breakfast in here, guys. We've been on board almost a week now, and we've missed out because we always sleep in because we've had such busy days every day. But yeah, this is lovely. I had the most delicious croissant. It was stuffed with dulce de leche, and it was gorgeous. For my main course, I went for the crepes, the apple crepes, and it looks wonderful. I have to say the presentation has been amazing, along with the staff as well. Everybody's been so lovely. So just speaking into my microphone because we've got people next to us and we don't want to disturb them. We always make such a concerted effort not to disturb anybody else, right? That's delicious, guys. Super thin pastry, lovely apples. Wonderful. The orange juice as well is actual fresh orange juice, which is fabulous. And the coffee's good as well, but the coffee is better in the cafe. You can get made to order coffees here as well if you wanted. This is just the standard pourry jug type, but you might go for a coffee in the cafe after, but this is delicious.
I went for the egg white frittata with spinach, sweet potatoes, and it comes with a big dollop of sour cream on the top and some green stuff at the bottom. Don't ask me what it is. It's so fresh tasting, boiling hot. You can tell it's just been made. Amazing presentation and really flavourful. Absolutely delicious. Wonderful.
Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely stuffed. Do you know what, guys? I still get super nervous about talking to camera when people are close to us. So sorry we didn't talk much in there, but I just want to say about the food in general for the whole cruise. It has been absolutely banging, aka wonderful. Honestly, it's been so good. Every single meal we've had in there has been stunning. We've done so many meals in there. Most of them we haven't really done anything anywhere else. Been really wonderful. And what's been especially wonderful are the crew. Honestly, I think the team in there are probably the best dining team we've ever had on any cruise. Everybody is just so lovely, so kind. They all work together as a team and help each other out, which is really lovely to see. And it's just a really lovely team, and I'm going to miss every single person from there. Our waiter Edison, our lovely sommelier, our assistant waiter. It has been really wonderful, guys. I can't say enough about the food on board. We also had a quick look at what's upstairs in the buffet. You've got plenty of choice for breakfast there. All of your American and British and Canadian favourites, so your meats, your sausages, your eggs, your bacon, lots of pastries and bread, yogurts, fruit, just about everything that you expect in a breakfast. It is a lot busier in there. That's why we try to avoid the buffet when we can. We do like the food in there. It is very good on celebrity cruises, but we try to avoid it. Plus, you've also got some sweet treats as well at the Albaccio Cafe, where we're going to head now for another coffee because the coffee in there is wonderful. Right, let's go. Oh, I'm feeling so good about the food. It's just as good as we remember, even on the older ships compared to the newer ships, because sometimes, you know, it's different. The newer ships sometimes get a bigger budget and better things, but we haven't really noticed any difference from the brand new ship, the Celebrity XL we were just on over a month ago, to the older ship, which is a big thumbs up to Celebrity. It really is.
Just came outside really quickly to have a little look as we're pulling into our next port of call, get a little bit of fresh air as well. pulling into Penang in Malaysia. Ports of call have been really fantastic on this cruise and really unique. If you want to see more about them though, stay tuned for next week's video where we're going to show you everything that we've been doing in all these ports, and we're also going to tell you a few things you can do to not make some huge mistakes when you are in ports. Mistakes that we ourselves have made, and we don't want you to make them as well. So make sure you are subscribed, guys. Right, I think I can need a coffee now. It's a bit of a fancy glass, isn't it? Cheers, guys. Came for our coffee, like I mentioned. Cafe Al Bacio. It's really good coffee in here, and very strong as well. Ooh, it's quite like I've smoked about 50 cigarettes a day. That's how strong the coffee is.
Oof. Well, slap me with a bean and call me a hazelnut, because that is delicious. Now guys, I was just looking at outside, we're just pulling in next to the Norwegian sun, and it's a good time to talk about how much we paid for this cruise. So we paid just almost about $7,500 US. That's for the pair of us in a suite. Bear in mind, with the suite we get all of those privileges like the restaurant, the private deck, early boarding, we get on and off at ports early as well. Plus we get the Wi-Fi streaming package each, which is worth a fortune, and the premium drinks package. That works out over this 12-night cruise at about $600 for both of us per night, which is almost half what we normally pay on a cruise. And I'm bringing Norwegian into it because we had a look at their prices for 2027. Because we just booked a cruise on the Celebrity Solstice in Asia for next January. Oh my gosh, the prices on Norwegian are extortionate. That's an old ship. They don't even have things like the proper haven section on there. And that was 3 times the price for next year than what Celebrity's charging. And I don't think anybody does it better than Celebrity at the moment. So I'm not sure what's going on with Norwegian at the moment, but we definitely stick to this one. But yeah, this coffee is delicious. Now, after we finish this, we need to go show you something because we missed something on day one that we didn't even know existed, and then we'll give you our reactions to this ship and why we were so surprised. Cheers. Oh, I do love a good coffee. Anyway, whilst we're walking up to this forgotten location, let's talk about the entertainment on board. Because it's been very, very good, especially for an old ship. They're usually neglected in the entertainment game, usually the older ships compared to the newer ones. Nothing groundbreaking, some really good production shows, which has been really nice to see. Not quite as grand as some of the newer ships, but really good singers and dancers, and lots of music all over the ship as well, which has been great. So live performances. Oh, forgot to say that the shows as well come with a live orchestra, which is absolutely awesome, guys. So that's something we haven't seen for ages. So all of the production shows have had a live orchestra, so live players on the stage, which is fabulous. But yeah, been quite impressed. So David, we don't normally take lifts or elevators, do we? But we wanted to show you all of the modernized things on the ship.
Yeah, considering how old the ship is, they have done a really good job on areas where they usually just leave them, but the lifts look almost brand new, don't they? Really nice. We wanted to take you to the place that we missed and forgot about on the first day of the cruise. Now we're on deck 11 at the very front of the ship, so we're at the very top of the ship, and we're in the Sky Lounge. Now this is a huge, lovely lounge. It's got absolutely gorgeous windows all around, so you get some fantastic views up here. There's been all sorts going on in here. There's been quizzes, game shows, music, and then during the day they have like little games out as well that you can play. But how lovely is this? And this is one thing you tended to see a lot on older cruise ships, and all the newer ships are sort of removing these lounges. They don't have them, and I think it's a really big shame because we love that you just get some amazing views from the ship. It's almost like you're the captain, you're driving the ship if you sit right at the front. So yeah, that's another benefit of an older ship. But this isn't the thing that surprised us the most. Let's go back to our cabin and tell you what it was.
So, our review on this cruise ship, the Celebrity Millennium, Celebrity's oldest cruise ship. I have to say, I am so surprised. Not only at how good the ship looks, she's an old one, guys. If you didn't know, 26 years is an old ship. I've said it a few times and it really is. And they've did a really good job. Now, there are some wear and tear issues on the outside, I think. You can really see her age in some places. But on the most part, inside the ship, she looks fantastic. And what surprised me the most is that there really isn't that much difference in terms of quality of food and service and everything else compared to Celebrity's newer ships. So I've said it before, but what you often see is the new ships are given a much bigger budget. Everything everything is pushed to them. The food's better, the entertainment's better, everything's better. On this ship, less so. It's been a lovely cruise. The people on board are all very lovely indeed. I think I've seen one kid the entire cruise as well. So I would definitely pick Celebrity over other cruise lines we've done in this region before. Royal Caribbean, Princess, Norwegian, absolutely would pick Celebrity for this because it's been such a wonderful trip in every respect. So thanks for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're interested in watching our last cruise in Asia, it was with Norwegian Cruise Line on the Norwegian Spirit. Click on the screen right now. You'll probably love to watch that one because that was a great cruise as well. That's it till next time. Happy cruising!